Okay, so lately I've been playing quite a lot of Pauper, just brewing up a whole bunch of decks. So this is one that I've been playing with. It still needs quite a bit of work, but it's been pretty fun, and against the right matchups, it's pretty competitive. So basically, it's a mono-red deck built around ramp in the form of Geomancer's Gambit and Cleansing Wildfire. Anyone who knows Pauper at all, who's been playing Pauper, knows that these cards are really good in combination with the indestructible artifact lands. Basically, you cast them targeting your own land, your land doesn't get destroyed, you ramp yourself for a land, and you draw a card. So, really great ramp, really great value in general. So these are our ramp spells. We also have a Simian Spirit Guide as both creature and ramp. We've got quite a lot of burn. Good old Lightning Bolt. Can't go wrong with Lightning Bolt. We also have Fiery Cannonade and Galvanic Blast, which obviously has synergy with our artifact lands. So this is essentially a big red deck. You're essentially ramping a whole lot of mana and then dropping some big threats on the board and hoping that they can steal you the game. In terms of 4 mana, we've got Crimson Fleet Commodore, also another classic red Pauper card, 4 mana for a 5/2 trample. When it enters the battlefield, you become the Monarch, which means that if you're the Monarch, at the end of each of your turns, you draw an extra card. But if your opponent deals combat damage to you, they steal the Monarch from you, and you can steal it back. So this card is kind of high risk, high reward. Against certain decks, it completely crushes. Against other more aggro decks, they can steal the Monarchy back, and sometimes they just crush you. Okay, in terms of... Why is this thing so slow? In terms of 5 mana threats, we've got Avarax. Pretty interesting old card. Searches for another copy of itself, kind of like a similar effect to Squadron Hawk. It also has haste, and you can also pump it up, dump your unspent mana into increasing its power, which with this deck you quite often have unspent mana. Okay, the next 5 mana bomb is Flurry of Horns. Also a very nice card, creates 2/2/3 red Minotaur tokens with haste. This is also really nice when your opponent becomes the Monarch, because often they don't anticipate having 2 hasty creatures coming down, so they don't have enough blockers, so you can quite easily steal the Monarch back with that. And then our heaviest hitter is Boarding Party, which is just an all-around very solid card, kind of like a giant Bloodbraid Elf. 6 mana for a 6/3 haste cascade. So we want to ramp into this, and then hopefully cascade into one of our other big threats. Or, failing that, you can sometimes cascade into a burn spell, which is not as good, but can be decent. Even cascading into one of your Geomancer's Gambits or Cleansing Wildfire. While not amazing, it's also not terrible because you at least do draw a card. Ramping into Simian Spirit Guide is kind of the weakest option you'll get. Just a 2/2 on the board, not very amazing. So yeah, then what's quite nice is we're using Fiery Cannonade as our sort of sweeper. And obviously it doesn't deal damage to pirates. And Crimson Fleet Commodore and Boarding Party are both pirates. And the Minotaurs and the Avarax have toughness 3, so all of your own creatures can survive the Fiery Cannonade. Okay, so that's the deck. Very much still a work in progress, but it has some potential, I think. It's got good matchups and bad matchups, but it seems like in the current meta it's not too badly positioned. So sometime soon I'll record some matches with it and hopefully upload those as well. Thanks for watching.